start with the sums based on consistency and inconsistency. Exercise 3.2, sum number 2. The sum is on comparing the ratios A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2 and C1 upon C2. Find out whether the lines representing the following pair of linear equations intersect at a point, or are parallel, or are coincident or overlapping. Coincident, overlapping, one and the same. Right? Let's start. What are you supposed to find? We need to find whether the lines representing the linear equations are intersecting or parallel or coincident. What are the conditions that we have studied? I hope you remember these conditions which are there on the screen right now. If A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2, the equations have got unique solution, consistent, intersecting lines, and so on. You all are already aware of these conditions, right? Just keeping that table for your reference. No need to draw the table in the exam for sure, right? Let's start. The two equations are given. How do we proceed? To find the ratios, first we'll have to find A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. And for this, the first thing we'll have to do is get the equations in the standard form. Look at the first equation. Is that equation already in the standard form? Yes. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. All the terms on one side and 0 on the other side. So this equation is already in the standard form, equation number 1. The second equation is also in the standard form, number it as equation number 2. After getting the equations in the standard form, compare the equations with the standard form. From the first equation you will get A1, B1, C1. From the second equation you will get A2, B2, C2. So let's compare the first equation and get the values of A1, B1, C1. A1 the coefficient of x, B1 the coefficient of y, and C1 the constant. Let's do it. What's A1? A1 is equal to 5, B1 is equal to minus 4, and C1 is equal to 8. So A1 is 5, B1 is minus 4, and C1 is equal to 8. Now compare the second equation and get the values of A2, B2 and C2. How much is A2? A2 is equal to 7, right? B2 is equal to 6, the coefficient of y, and C2 is equal to minus 9, the constant term. Once you get A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 as given in the question, let us find the ratios. A1 upon A2 will give you 5 upon 7. B1 upon B2 will give you minus 4 upon 6. You can simplify it if you want. Number these equations as 3 and 4. And C1 upon C2 will give you 8 upon minus 9. Let this be equation number 5. That is very clear from the 3. A1 upon A2 is definitely not equal to B1 upon B2. Actually, when A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2, finding C1 upon C2 is just a formality, right? Now, when A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2, what is the answer? The answer is equations are consistent and the lines are definitely intersecting lines. So write the conclusion, the lines intersect each other as given there. The lines intersect each other, right? Let's move on to the next sum. Similar type, nothing much of a difference. 9x plus 3y plus 12 is equal to 0. 18x plus 6y plus 24 is equal to 0. Chalo, let's do it. What the first thing we do? That's only for your reference. The first thing we do is we get the equations in the standard form. Are the equations already in the standard form? Yes. So number the equations as equation number 1 and equation number 2. After doing that, compare the equation 1 and get the values of A1, B1, C1. Then comparing equation 2, get the values of A2, B2, C2. Let's first compare equation 1. What is A1 here? A1 is equal to 9. B1 is equal to 3. C1 is equal to 12. What is A2 here? A2 is equal to 18. B2 is equal to 6. And C2 is equal to 24. After doing that, as given in the question, let us find the ratios. A1 upon A2, which is equal to 9 upon 18, which is equal to 1 upon 2. B1 upon B2 is equal to 3 upon 6, is equal to 1 upon 2. C1 upon C2 is equal to 12 upon 24, which is again equal to 1 upon 2. Number these equations as equation 3, equation 4 and equation 5. From 3, 4 and 5, what do we get? we get A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. When all the three ratios are equal, the equations have got infinite solutions and the lines are coincident or overlapping, one and the same. So lines are coincident is the conclusion that you all need to write. Simple? Let's see one more sum. Okay. Table for your reference. What is the first thing we do? Standard form. Are the equations in the standard form? Yes. Number them as 1 and 2. Now compare. First equation to get A1, B1, C1. Second equations to get A2, B2, C2. Chalo, let's compare the first equation. How much is A1? 6. How much is B1? -3. How much is C1? 10. Right? Now A2, B2, C2. How much is A2? 2. How much is B2? -1. And how much is C2? -9. Now what do we do? A1 upon A2 is equal to 6 upon 2. That is equal to 3 upon 1. Equation number 3. B1 upon B2 is equal to -3 upon -1, which is again equal to 3 upon 1. That's equation 4. And C1 upon C2 is equal to 10 upon -9, which is equal to 10 upon -9, equation number 5. So what is the conclusion from 3, 4 and 5? A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is definitely not equal to C1 upon C2. Because A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2, not equal to C1 upon C2, the lines are parallel to each other. As simple as that.